Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Today I'm here again to teach you how to draft a pant and how to use the 5 basic measurements for pant cutting. If you use this trouser cutting, these 5 measurements, you are good to go. There's no any other measurement you can't be able to add to it if you want to, and aside any other measurement, you can still have your complete pant cut very well. So just stay tuned as I am going to apply these 5 measurements: the length, the waist, the laps, that is the thigh, the knee, and the round. Those are the 5 basic measurements we have in a trouser. So these are the measurements already: the length 43, the waist, the laps, the knee, and the round, that is the ankle measurement. Very, very essential. You can derive your crotch from here, your hips from here, and everything you need in the trouser is in these 5 measurements. So these are the things we'll be needing to have a good pant. It was because of questions from my viewers that is making me to make this tutorial again. So I had so many questions, I had no option than to make this tutorial to clarify the areas they ask the questions, so you don't have to skip any part of this tutorial, so that you will not skip the vital informations. Please, if you are new to this channel, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification, because that is the only way we can be able to notify you each time we upload a new video. So those are the things we are needing: the scissor, the tape rule, the French cuff, and the chalk for this tutorial. So without further delay, we are going to be starting all by drafting or ruling the waistline. Just watch carefully. I'll make sure my chalk is bold enough so that you can see. So we are going to impute the crotch measurement. Just like I have earlier said, how to calculate your crotch is full length divided by 4. So you have to take note of this without measuring your crotch. That is the basic measurement for any the basic calculation for any measurement for pants. Have you seen? So full length divided by 4 will give you your crotch, and the knee is full length divided by 2 plus 1.5 inches. Just take note, or anything I say there, you have to take note. You can write it down. And now, the length, full length is 43. I'm going to write 42.5, because in this 42.5, I'm going to add extra 2 inches for sewing allowance. And now, why I'm shortening the half is because in the waistband, I don't know the waistband you use, but the good and basic waistband is 1 1/4 for a neat waist, if not for a high waist. So we are going to be removing ½ inches here from here. When you are sewing the waistband, this waistband here, this gum here is an addition to that place. Just take note, like you are putting it, like sewing it like this, ½ inches, and if the thing returns back, is another ½ inches that it would take to complete that ½ inches you remove. Have you seen? If you sew it like this and bend it back, you sew ½ inches plus the ½ inches you remove, and now the 1/4 is assumed your weaving will take that 1/4. So that's why I'm minusing. If you want your trouser not to always be above the assumed length of your client, so I've transferred the same measurement. I'm marking the point. So the basic pocket from trouser size 32 to 36 is, for the front pocket, 7.5 inches from the waist for the slant pocket, so that you don't have any issue putting in your hand. And now we are going to take the thigh measurement, that is the laps. So 1 inches in is what I marked there. Now I'm going to impute my measurement, that is 26 for the thigh, and go in here for the crotch by 2 inches. Just take note. And now I'm going to divide that 26 6 inches I have divided, that is 13. Have you seen it? Then I'm going to divide the 13 by 2. That is the midpoint of my trouser. Just take note, 13. Now from there, that 13 to this margin here is 7 inches. Because of that, 1 inch is outside here to avoid those ready-made edge. So that's what I'm marking all through. I'm going to roll that straight line up to the waist. So in this place here, you are going to impute your nail measurement, and your nail measurement divide by 2. So have you seen? So 18.5 divided by 2, by 4 will give us 9 1/4. And now we are dividing 1/4, 9 1/4 by those two sides. And the middle will be, the two sides will be equal. This other side will be equal to the other side. And the same thing here, we have 15 inches. So 15 divided by 4 is going to give us that 7.5. 7.5 divided by 4 will give us that 3 3/4. Have you seen it? So that is exactly. Now we measure from the crotch, that point, that 2 inches we remove down to the margin. Anything you have to minus 1 inches from there to start marking from that side your waist. Now the waist there, assuming it's 34, you are going to impute 34 plus 1 inches sewing allowance. That is half here and half in the zipper space. Have you seen that half there and half in the zipper space? So that is that. The waist is divided by 4 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Just take note. So I'm going to draft this with my French cuff. I'll join those points like that. And the basics of using this French cuff, you have to take note of it. Have you seen it? How I place the French cuff? Each of the position has the way to place it. Just take note. And if you don't have, you need the French cuff or all these working tools to be able to be fast in your work and have accuracy in your measurement. Have you seen how I place it? Now I'm turning it this other side. So if you mistake in using your French cuff or your tools, you all have a wrong answer when you are finished drafting. So now I'm going to go in here in the crotch side by 3/4 inch. After you've marked your crotch, divide, the total waist, a length, divide by 4. You are going to go in by 3/4 inch and you mark it like this because the front is always lower than the back. So I'm going to use this my cuff to connect those points like this. So if there's anything here you don't understand, just drop it below the comment section. I'm always ready and available to answer all questions that pertain to fashion. Just drop them. I will always be here for you. So if you find this video useful, just subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification so that every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified because we upload videos every day. So I am going here. What you do here is the basic. From that angle, you are going to go up by 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch like this, so that the trouser or the pant won't be too tight or too loose, won't have excesses when you are done with it. It won't be puffing, there won't be tension. So for the zipper, we are using 6 1/4. Have you seen? 6 1/4. So just take note. And now coming to this side here, if you bend this line like this, the sewing the allowances, you see that when you bend your fabric, the upper side of the fabric is always bigger than the lower side. So you have to mark it like this so that you will not be short of fabric. So I'm going to be cutting it out just like that. Make sure you cut it straight. That's another thing, basics you have to know. So that is how the front piece looks like. So now another basics for you to economize material is just to turn it this way. Have you seen it? to turn it this way, if you must be a good fashionist that will economize material, you turn it this way and place it like that. Now, after placing it, at least you should have 3.5 inches in this tie point here where I'm about to mark, just here like this. You should have at least 3.5 inches, because that's the basic allowance you are going to keep there, so that it will not be excess or not be short of fabric. So now there we are going to mark 2 1/4 in the nail. We are supposed to mark 2 inches, but because we needed a free space in that nail angle for flexibility, down here we are using 2 inches, because all the front part of this pant we didn't add any inches. So the 2 inches there is both 1/2 inches for the 4 pieces of the trouser. That is what completes it. 2 inches we are using there. So just watch carefully. 3.5 here, 2 1/4, 2 inches, and the same 2 inches in this side. Have you seen? So up here, I'm coming here to mark 2 inches allowance here. Have you seen? So 1/2 inches is coming here. 1 inches for the sewing allowance, because already I've added an allowance for the front. Now the pleat is having 1 inches there, making it 2. Have you seen? 1 inches for the half sewing, just like I marked there, and the other 1 inches is for the back pleat, or that back dart. So I'm going to come in here, just watch carefully, by 3/4 inch. So I'm labeling it, because so that you will not be short of fabric, you have to go up by 2 inches, because the buttocks are always very high and consumes enough fabric. So you have to go in there, so that if you're tucking, your trouser will not be a low waist trouser. Have you seen? I'm connecting those points like that. So you have to note every bit of this tutorial. You can still watch again if you don't really understand, for clarity's sake. So I'm going to mark that point like that. Have you seen? That's the complete pant. So I'm going to be cutting it out like that. So if you're a new viewer, please subscribe to this channel, because that's the only way you'll be able to get your notification button on, so that each time we upload another video, you'll be notified. Have you seen how to get your trouser enough material? Look at how I did it. The pocket facing, I remove it from that side. The zipper is from the first side of that crotch we cut. So that is for economic. So just subscribe to this channel once again. Turn on your notification. We are always ready to give you the best when it comes to fashion. And please, someone out there may need this video. Share it to support us, serve you better, and always be there to answer your questions. So that is my waist. So we make tutorials on how to operate any kind of machines, to fix machines. Is it heat presser? We make tutorials for it. We make tutorials how to operate a direct drive machine, how to be able to fix thread issues, and we make tutorials for suits, hats, corporate wears. We make tutorials for jackets, sweaters, and all that. Anything you can think of that pertain to fashion. So thank you for watching. Have a nice time. See you in our next tutorial.